everybody, Sarah here from Simply Swell, and today I am going to show you what I keep in my baby car box. This is basically a backup diaper bag that I keep in my car. It just stays there, that way if I don't pack enough for a day or we end up out longer than I thought we were going to, or whatever reason, I have supplies there. And this also holds some of the things that I don't want to carry in my bag because they take up a lot of room. So I just leave them in this box in my car. And I know I always have them, but I don't have to carry them in my diaper bag. Starting off, this is a Planet E collapsible shopping box I have had for a long time. It's just something I had, so I used it for this. I believe you can get a set of 3 of these on Amazon for about $25 if you're interested in these. It does collapse, which I'll show you after I have it all unpacked. It's got handles, which is nice. I like using a sturdier box type container in the car rather than just a tote bag, although a tote bag would work too, whatever you've got handy. Because since it is in the car, I don't have to worry about it tipping over and the things falling out. This sits nice and sturdy, and I can also leave it open, so if I have to reach back there and grab something, I can do that pretty easily. So first of all, on the top here, I have my Skip Hop shopping cart cover. It folds up into a nice little pouch. Just something I want to have handy if we go to the grocery store, but again, I don't want to carry this in my diaper bag because it is kind of bulky and does take up a bit of room. So this is sitting there on top. I also have my my baby Catan carrier. Again, it's fairly large, and I usually use my stroller, but if I'm somewhere where I don't want to use the stroller, I have this in the car handy, ready to go. Just like that. After I take all those two things out, this is what the inside of my box looks like. Just real quick, I like to carry a few blankets. I live in Texas. Blankets aren't usually necessary, but they're good to have if you end up at the park and you need something to lay on, or you end up wet and kids cold in the air-conditioned car, you know, lots of different things. I've got blankets handy just in case. This is a headrest neck wrap. I've got changes of clothes, diapers, a few extra toys, and some wipes. So I'll go through all of these individually. This is the baby neck rest, you know, sits behind his head, so if he falls asleep in the car, his head's not bopping around. I believe I got this at Bye Bye Baby, not really sure. But it's also, it can be kind of a fun toy. It does have, I think this is a pacifier loop. We don't use a pacifier, so I don't usually use this little loop. So this is pretty fun. Keep that in here since pretty much only use it in the car. I have 3 blankets in here, and again, this is probably overkill, but I have a thin 8×9 muslin blanket. I like to have one of these handy at all times because since it is hot here most of the time, I can use these over his car seat for some extra shade or mosquito protection, and it doesn't get too hot, so I like to carry one of these around with me. I have a thin flannel blanket and then a small fleece blanket that my mom made for us. I keep 2 of my Sugar Snap File bags in this box. One of them is the shirts and socks bag, and in this I keep a change of clothes for myself as well as a change of clothes for my son. I had this packed basically from the beginning. My son is 6 months old. You know, babies spit up a lot and poop explosions and things, so I wanted an extra change of clothes for myself just in case things got really, really messy. So that's mostly what's in here. That's my change of clothes there. I just have one romper outfit for my son. Just as a backup, I usually carry one in my diaper bag as well. But again, this is backup stuff, so it's good to have on hand. I come from a very be prepared kind of family. My brother was in Boy Scouts, so I tend to overpack and be over-prepared a lot of times. I love these Sugar Snap File bags. You can clip them all together on the ring that they come with. They're labeled, which is awesome. They come pre-labeled, so the letters don't actually fall off. But if you don't want to put what is labeled inside that size bag, you could probably cover that with your own label with tape or a label maker or what have you. But these are really great bags. They're mesh, they're washable. You can see what's inside. They're very handy. In the diaper and wipes file, I have let's see, 5 diapers, a Huggies Clutch and Clean, a diaper changing pad that my mom made, a couple of the disposable changing pads, and a tube of petroleum jelly. We actually use cloth diapers, so I keep just a few disposable diapers handy just in case for emergencies. They're easier if we're going to be out and about running errands all day. It's easier than trying to get home a wet or poopy cloth diaper. So we do use the disposables occasionally, and that's what I keep in the car. I have the rest of the box. A container of wet ones. Any mom will tell you, wipes are unbelievably handy. I do carry a wet bag, just in case, like I said, we're at a park, we get all wet. If we do go out in one of our cloth diapers and we have to take it off, I have an extra wet bag. You can use wet bags for so many things. This is a Skip Hop wet dry bag. It has a mesh pocket on the front of it for dry items if you need, and then the inside is the waterproof, the waterproof section. I like the Skip Hop bags because they have a handle which you can attach to a stroller. It will go all the way across the back like this if you don't need to use it, or if you need to maybe strap it to the back of your seat for, you know, collecting trash, whatever. These are, I mean, wet bags, useful, even beyond baby, useful. I have a few spare toys in here, just in case we need an extra distraction. I keep a toy on his car seat, but just in case, a few extras. And then I had this Infantino neoprene wipes cover sleeve that somebody had given me for baby shower. I wasn't actually using it because I like the Huggies Clutch and Cleans. I have several of those. So I just stuffed several just plain white washcloths in here that my mom had made. You can't have too many wipes, washcloths, rags, anything like that. So this way they're still easy to grab one at a time, but they're not just loose in this box. They're all contained and together. Very handy. So then this is the inside of the box. It's a pretty good size. This box fits perfectly on the floor of my car underneath the car seat. And to collapse it, you just pull up the bottom, and then the sides fold in, and it folds flat. So these are really handy boxes. Like I said, anything would work. Any bin, bag, whatever you have would work. If you're like me and like to be over-prepared, I just hate being caught without something when I know I have it at home. I'd hate to have to run into the store and buy something that I know I have, and, you know, I just hate being caught without. Like I said, I come from a very be-prepared kind of family, and I kind of take that overboard most of the time. So yeah, basically just a backup diaper bag that I keep in the car, so, you know, whoever takes my car, if they end up without a diaper bag, you know, they've got anything they could possibly really need here. I do not keep any food items in this. Again, I live in Texas. It's very hot, so the heat will either melt or ruin pretty much any food that we keep in the car. And like I said, this rides in the car. I only take it out if I've used several items that need to be washed. I kind of just take the whole thing out, do the laundry, and then pack it right back up and stick it back in the car. That way I know it's always in the car. So I hope that helps.